Hi team, how you doing? This is video number 4 that I'm working on here today. I'm gonna change it up a little in our hub and spoke model. That framework is still gonna be the same, but we're gonna break that minute up into 30-second slots. And the reason we're going to do that is so that we can do some focused work on the right and left side of the body. Okay, so instead of doing minute intervals, you're going to do 30 seconds on one side of the body, 30 seconds on the other side of the body, the same move, and then the hub will also do the same thing. And I think you'll get it once I start getting into the specific exercises. So our hub is going to be a side plank, okay? And I think most of you should be familiar with that, but I'm going to show you a side plank where, in this case, we'll be doing 30 seconds on the right arm and 30 seconds on the left. So I'm going to show you right here. Probably want to start out being in a regular plank position, which is just those arms right underneath you there, just to get started. Good flat body, but then you're going to take one arm and kind of move it towards the center. I'm taking my right and move that weight over there, and then this is a side arm plank. Okay, so you would do this for 30 seconds on this right arm, focused here, and then you would switch. I'm turning this way just because of the camera. You should just be able to go from one arm to another. Okay? And you might wobble, you might even fall, but that's okay. Just get right back up. If you want to get fancy, you can even lift the leg. So you can tell that's tough. But if you do wobble, fall, whatever, just get right back at it. So the switch would really just look like that. So I went from one arm to the other. Again, you can get fancy with it if you want. 30 seconds apiece. All right. For some of the spoke exercises, we're actually going to need some type of towel or some type of thing that you could roll up. So if you're working out in your room, pick up a dirty sock or something, whatever you might have available to you, but something that you can roll up into essentially a thin line. What we're going to do to start out our first spoke is just going to be with the towel or whatever on the ground. Let's see. All right. And then we're just going to go one leg jumping side to side over, back and forth over that towel again for 30 seconds. So it'll 30 seconds. You switch legs. As you can tell, you might go off balance a little. It's okay. Go right back at it. All of these moves, there'll be some opportunity for you to kind of fall over and lose your balance since we're only working on one leg. So that's the first spoke. Right back to your hub, the side plank. So a little bit more fluid. This is, I don't think I got to show this twice, but a little bit more fluid. So you start here, come up here, and then after 30 seconds, just switch arms, come up here, and that should be good. That's actually a pretty good core exercise. It's also a good little break as far as you're not jumping around and stuff. The next spoke is going to, you're going to take the towel or whatever and turn it the other way. Because as you can probably imagine, we're just going to turn it so it's laying across because we're going to jump front and back over it. So this time, it's a front and back movement. 30 seconds later, you're switching leg. There you go. All right. Then you're going back to your hub, which is the side plank on each side. The next spoke, we're going to not use this. Actually, we don't need to use it anymore. Throw it off to the side. We're going to just take both those moves and just make a cross on the floor. Okay, so it's one foot up. You can just make your own straight line. We're going to go front, front, side, side, kind of like you're making a cross. All right, so it'll look something like this. Front, front, side, side, front, front. sorry, front, back, side, side, front, back, side, side, front, back, side, side. And then you switch. Front, back, side, side, front, back, side, side, front, back, side, side. You can see I'm moving around. It's just the whole balance thing. So just try to keep it going the best that you can. That was the third spike. Then you go back, spoke, and then you go back to your hub. The fourth spoke is going to be a bit of a yoga move. So if you guys are familiar with Warrior 1, Warrior 2, we're just going to jump to Warrior 3 because it's a single leg move, and that falls in line with what we're doing for a workout standpoint. So for a Warrior 3, I'll do it sideways because that's probably the best way to do it. You start with one leg. I'll start with my left leg down. Point that toe back a little, and you're going to hinge at the hip. It's going to come forward, keep that leg straight, try to keep your shoulders straight. You can keep your leg or your arms back, or if you want to go a little bit more advanced, the advanced move is to bring your arms forward. You can tell I kind of lose my balance there a little. This will work that ankle, this will work the core. That's a solid move right there. And then after 30 seconds, you would do the same thing just on the other side. Again, arms up is advanced like this, or arms back like that. Find the spot on the floor, and then just hold that. So that's Warrior 3. That's your fourth spike. And then you go back and do your hub again, the side plank. And then we're going to go to the fifth and final spike. Excuse me, I keep saying spike today, spoke. And for this, you're going to need to grab something else, something with a little bit more substance than just the towel, something that will stand up a little bit more. I have some weights here that I'm going to use. Doesn't have to be weights though, you're not going to lift them. If I said you could use a dirty sock or something for the towel, this would be more of a t-shirt that you might have laying around, 2 of them actually. So you're going to take the items that you're using, and you're going to put them, just keep them like shoulder length or whatever, and then put them a little bit in front of you. Okay. And what you're going to do is put one foot in the behind, about 1.5 feet or so, and then in the middle of those two. Hopefully you can see my feet. Let me move back a little. Make sure that you can. You should be able to see it now. And then you're going to go on one foot. You're going to bend your knee and kind of bend over and touch it. Okay. And you're going to bend your knee, bend over, touch the other one. You're touching across your body. So I'm taking my right arm. I'm coming over and I'm touching the weight that's on the left side. And I'm coming this way. Slow is good here. You don't have to rush it. And then after 30 seconds, you're going to switch. All right. Just like that. So that'll give you a nice little workout. And then you do your last hub, your last side plank, and that should give you a pretty good workout. I'm sweating just from showing you these exercises, certainly not for 30 seconds at a time. So just remember, every move is 30 seconds on each foot, so they're a minute total. So it's the same length of time as any other workout we've done. Just a little bit of a different focus, doing some isolated moves to work each side of the body. So hopefully this will be a good workout for you. Again, still something you can do in your room, something you can do in a small space, which has been my goal with all of these workouts. Something that you don't need a lot of equipment, hardly any equipment to do. So there's goodness with that as well. We are about a month out from the season, so hopefully you guys are all stepping up your game. And I mean that in more ways than one. Physically, technically, mentally some. Hopefully we'll do some of that work when we get here. I am continuing to work on our arrival time, pretty set on the 15th, and you guys should be receiving an email on that soon. I will say, for those of you that are watching these videos, a little bit of insight outside of the realm of these workouts, but we will be doing a timed mile as one of the first things when we start practicing and working out. So in addition to this type of workout, or any other workouts from these videos, hopefully you're taking some time to do a little bit more cardio fitness, longer term running or something that'll kind of get you used to that. Tennis, as you guys all know, stop and go, but you do put in a fair amount of distance over the course of a match. And so I want you to be cardiovascularly fit and to be able to do that. So as you start winding down your summer, I may have one more video that I'll post out, but otherwise you have a series of 4 now that you should be able to work through, as well as all the other things that you could be doing on your own. And let's just remember, just like I close them all, you've worked hard to be good. Keep working harder to be better. Talk again.